Hello and welcome to this video. This one is Steady as a Rock. It's all about strength and balance. These two things work together, and all of the strength exercises here are intended to help you in day-to-day life, moving around, standing still, feeling steady, reaching up, bending down, trying to get something from low, all of those things so that you feel confident about your daily movement. Firstly, as always, a few safety checks. Just make sure you have a suitable space to work out in. So that means a clear, level surface, no rugs, and make sure it's free of clutter. Secondly, always have a drink of water to hand, a glass or a bottle of water. You can always pause the video, stop, take a drink, carry on. It's important to drink water throughout the day. Good for the body, good for the brain. Make sure you have no pets around. Clear them out, keep the door shut. Footwear. Really important that you're wearing comfortable, well-fitting flat shoes. No slippers, no high heels, and no sandals. I'm going to be working with a chair, and I think for this workout it's a really good idea to have a sturdy kitchen chair to hand where you're going to use the chair back quite a lot just to support your balance. Always, when we're working with balance, we're trying over time to reduce the amount of support that you work with so that you're improving your own balance ability, but have the chair there to help you to start off with. We're going to do a warm-up first, and some of these exercises will be very familiar if you're using any of the other videos, and then we're going straight into the strength and balance. So I shan't be using my chair for the warm-up. If you need it, please use the chair just in front of you just to help steady yourself. Okay, here we go, steady as a rock. Okay, starting our warm-up, stepping very gently, checking your posture. So you want to feel lengthened up through your spine. Your feet are on two parallel railway tracks underneath your front hips, so not too wide apart. Lifting your knees and your feet. Proper stepping, not pretend stepping. Shoulders are open, arms are relaxed by your sides. Chin level. So keep your gaze looking straight ahead. That always helps you to remember that your chin needs to be level and not dropped down. We're going to look, turning your head and back to your center. And turning your head the other way and back to your center. Same again. Easing the neck around and center. And easing the neck the other way and center. One more like that. Chin stays level, don't drop your head as you move round. Shoulders stay where they are, back to center. And last turn. Just easing into the end of where you can go and back again. Shoulders lifting and down. Shoulders to your ears and slide down. And lift and lower. And again and down. Now, keeping your head still, rolling the shoulders from the front to the back. So you see the shoulders go round, but everything else stays where it is. So no head going up and down, just the shoulders. One more. Okay, take the feet a little bit wider. Soft knees, that means not pulling them straight very harshly, so a little bend in the knees. Arms at your sides, and this all-important abdominal muscle here at your belly button gently pulled in. We're sliding down and up to your center. Then the other way. So you're reaching the hand down the side of your knee and center. Same again. First side, creep a little bit further this time, and up. These are not huge movements. We are gently loosening through the spine, and up. All the warm-up movements are quite modest, but they're important to prepare the body. And down, and straight up there again. Okay, hands to the center, keep them low by your belly button, shoulders low. And we turn, top half of the body turns, bottom half stays still. Round the other way, so your head and shoulders go together, but your hips and legs stay where they are. So it's like twisting a cap off a bottle. And back, easing around. We're rotating gently through the spine here. So everything from your waist upwards turns together, back to center. Last one, turning together and back to your center. Good. Bring your feet back to the railway tracks. We're going to go straight into mini squats. For the mini squats, feet parallel, knees pointing straight ahead. Push your bottom back, then stand. And this is what I refer to in some of the other videos as sitting, wanting to sit back and then changing your mind. So you sit your bottom backwards on an invisible chair, then you stand. So we get about halfway down to sitting and then up. It's a small squat, mini squat. And what we're doing here is not muscle work particularly, we're loosening the joints of the ankles, the knees and the hips. So we're oiling the joints. Very important for when we do the bigger work. Okay, dipping and up. Keep your chest nice and high, look straight ahead, and it's just those bottom pushing back and knee bend. Those are the movements. And dip and up. Make sure your knees point straight ahead as your bottom pushes backwards. And up. 2 more. And up. And last one. And up. Good. Next one, feet a little bit wider. Soft knees, and we're going into our side sway. So this is a very gentle, slightly off balance, going from one leg to the other leg movement. Over and over. So here we're starting to tune the brain up to balance, because it's very important that the brain and the body are completely talking to each other. They're completely in tune. If you want good balance, you've got to have your brain and your body working together. So we're just starting to wake the brain up here, going a bit off balance one side, a bit over to the other side, over, and now finish there, and bring your feet back to the railway tracks. And we're now going to do a side step. So step and bring the other foot with you, back, bring the other foot over. First one, second one, first foot, second foot. Keep that going. And again, what we're doing here is just acclimatizing ourselves to this movement. Sidestepping, which appears in lots of my videos. It's a movement that we don't even think about until life gets to get a little bit less steady for us as we age. And then a lot of older people find this quite a tricky movement to do. So lots of practice. It should come easily, and it is an important day-to-day movement. You'll be surprised. And back again, and over, and back, and finish there. Good. So for our next little warm-up movement, I am going to use the chair, just one hand on the chair. I'm going to be standing mainly on the right leg, the leg next to the chair for me. And now this one is going to be doing a gentle leg swing. So from the hip, very tall, standing on my leg next to my chair, and I'm brushing the ground. So it's a loose swing from the hip, but keep it really small. This leg stays straight, so I'm not bending my knee at all as I swing. Tummy muscle in, helping me to keep really steady through the top of my body. Good. And stop there. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm bringing the chair around, standing close to my chair, putting my weight on top of my standing leg, just a light touch and a gentle swing. A little bit in forwards, a little bit forwards, a little bit back. So again, making sure that you keep this really soft and steady. No wild swinging, because it's just going to move the top half about, and we don't want that. We want a little bit of loosening through the hip. Okay, and finish there. Last one of these warm-ups is for your ankles. So again, one hand on the chair if you want it there. Feet on railway tracks and point your toe just in front of you on its own railway track. Tummy muscle in, we lift the foot and place the heel on exactly the same spot. Lift the foot, toe on the same spot. So what we're doing is we're making a big movement through the ankle from heel to toe. But it only works if you put them both down on the same spot. If you move the leg backwards and forwards as you're doing it, it doesn't work. So make sure, same spot, one more, toe, heel, and shake out there. Chair around, we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Foot just in front of you, pointing the toe, tall, and heel down on the same spot. Toe, heel, and toe, and heel, and toe. So you can see there's a really big movement at my ankle. My foot goes all the way up and then it points down. All the way up and down. So loosening through the ankle, shaking out the legs there. Okay. Right, we're done on the warm-up. If you need to pause the video to have a little drink, that's fine. We're going straight on to the first of the strength exercises. First one is sitting down. I'm actually going to put my chair this way around so that you can see how this works. Let me say first, this exercise is sitting and standing. You will see on my video channel that I've got an entire separate video, 2 videos entirely devoted to the exercise of sitting and standing. That's because it's a major leg strengthening exercise. If you know that you struggle to get up out of a normal chair, not a sofa because they're very low, but if you struggle when you're trying to get up out of a normal chair or off the loo or something like that, please go to see the sitting and standing exercise and try to work your way through that and the other video that I have, which is to tell you how to progress it, how to make it more difficult for yourself so that you can challenge and improve your leg strength further. All right? I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through the technique here because you can refer to the other video. So, here we go, sitting and standing for our first leg strength exercise. Sitting at the front of the chair, and you can use your hands to push off if you need to, lightly at your sides. Bring your heels in, closer to the chair, firmly on the ground. Knees pointing ahead, tummy in. 3, 2, 1. Forwards and up we come. Once you're there, you shuffle back, always, because you need to know that you're at the chair. Tummy in, bottom back, and you're lowering down, looking ahead, letting the bottom lower down, not coming down from your chest. Same again. All of these technique points are covered in the other video, so consult it if you need to. Number 2, set it up, front of the chair. I'm going to have my arms at the sides this time, tummy muscle in, up we come, stand in balance, shuffle back. And now, easing down, lowering the bum down there, and ready to go again. Third one. Check out the knees. Knees point straight ahead. Tummy muscle in. Arms at your sides. Forwards and up. Stand in balance. Pushing back. Again, the abdominals gently pulling in as you lower your bottom down. Keep looking ahead. And there you go. 2 more to go. Heels in position. Make sure you start always at the front of the chair. I'm going to make life harder for myself by placing my hands here. And up we come, arms down, shuffle back, abdominals in, and slow and steady, no knocking knees as you come back down into your chair. That control going down is what makes the leg muscles work hard. Last one of these. Again, I'm making life harder by placing my hands here. More work for the legs to push up, then coming back down. Now, this is pretty advanced. Abs in. You don't have to do it like this. You can just go slowly down. I'm going to go halfway, then stop. Then go a little further and stop. And a little further and stop. And lastly, all the way down. That's how to make hard work out of the exercise. You'll feel it in the leg muscles. Okay, we're going to stand and do the next exercise. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, and up. And now you're going to come behind the chair, or in my case, I'm going to take the chair out of the way. This is our side stepping exercise. We start off just repeating what we did in the warm-up. Step, and back, and step, and back. We'll just do a few of those, just to get used to the feel of that movement. When you sidestep, keep everything looking square to the front. So check shoulders and hips and your gaze straight ahead. You don't want to do your sidestepping turning the direction that you're going. Okay, now if you stop there, we're going to do 2 steps each direction. Ready? And step, and step, and back, and back. First way and second way. So here you might find it gets a bit harder to keep everything square to the front, because the more steps you do to the side, the more tempting it is. You feel the urge to turn that way, but you mustn't. Back and back and over, over and back, and finish there. Okay, third side step is a big one. So this is where we're doing sort of like a double length side step, almost like you're stepping over a stream. So step over, stand in balance, step over and back. So take your body with you as you step, don't leave it behind. You want to stay in balance. Big step to the side, big step to the side, over, 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 and last one, and finish there. All right, good. So for the next one, this is another major multi-muscle leg strength exercise. This is a lunge. I'm going to use the chair at my side, and I start actually at the back of the chair. And I'm firstly just going to show you how to set up this movement before we do it together. So just have a little look. Feet on railway tracks, starting at the end of my chair here. The leg furthest away is the one that steps forwards. I go with it like I freeze framed my walk. I'm not going any further, I'm staying there. Now, the back foot is the important one. It must be quite a long way back. If it's not far enough back, you're going to really struggle with knees as you bend down, all right? So make sure it's quite a good way back, and that you're on the front of the foot, and that you can't really put the heel down behind you, because you need lots of room to bend that knee. This is the important thing to be thinking about and feeling. Tall, tummy muscle in, I go down as my knee bends, and I come back straight up. I'm not going backwards and forwards at all. Down, I stay there, my back knee pushes me back up again. All right, and then I come back to finish. So let's do that one together. So, feet parallel on your railway tracks, hand at your side. Make sure you start behind your chair, all right, at the back of the chair. Leg furthest, big step forwards. Go with it, you and your leg. Other ones left behind on the front of the foot. We're going to curtsy down, 2, 3, and straight up. You bend the knee, 2, 3, and up. Back knee bends, 2, 3, and the leg straightens. Don't worry about the front one. This one will just do its thing. It doesn't have to straighten. Just think about the back knee lowering and straightening. Everything square to the front and up. And dip, 2, 3, and up. And you don't have to take this knee very low. A little 1, 2, 3, and up. If you have painful knees, just a little way. 2, 3, and we're going to finish pushing back to the start. Just a word about pushing back to the start. Again, I'll show you here. When you finish, this strong muscle pushes you back to your start position. But if that feels like it's really unsafe and a bit too much for you, which I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't done this before, then you can do this. So you're going, instead of pushing back, you're just going to stand, and then you can reposition yourself. Chair around for the second side. I'm going to do it here just so that you see exactly what's going on, but do it with me. So this is the leg that is going to step forwards to the front of the chair. Take the other one back as far as you need to. Make sure that that heel doesn't go fully down. You're keeping it up for the rest of the exercise. Down, 2, 3, and up again. Back knee lowers you and straightens. And if it's a horrible knee, it might only want to go there and up, but that's still good work. And there, and back up again. Doesn't matter how little, as long as it's what you can manage. And back up again. And down. And up again. And you see now, I'm balancing it. All right, this is more advanced. No hands, look, no hands. Okay, last one, but that makes it considerably more balancy. Push back, and that's that one done. Okay, you might feel that your legs need a bit of a rest right now. So we're going to sit down, but it won't be much of a rest. Okay, so sitting. Again, I'll turn the chair so you can see what's happening. Always right at the front of the chair here, and I'm taking one leg out long in front. Now, this leg, I'm just resting on the heel. My toe is not going to be pulled towards me at all during this exercise. It's just going to rest there, and my other foot is staying there to help. The most important thing here, press your hands lightly to help support your back. You need your tummy muscle working, you need your hands working, and you need to be actively sitting tall. The crime in this exercise will be to go backwards like that, because leaning from the bottom of your back isn't such a great idea. It's bad for the back. Also, it's cheating, because it means you won't be doing the proper strength work for these important muscles here. Right, we're almost ready to go. So we stay sitting upright and tall. Then I need you to pull the kneecap. So you're going to slide your kneecap slightly up to make this lot here, your quadricep muscles, feel tightened. Once you've done that, without moving the position of your foot, you're going to just lift your heel 1 inch off the ground and back down again. Relax, then tighten the kneecap again so that this is all tight, and lift, 2, 3, and down, and relax. Check your back, pull your kneecap, slide it upwards, lift, 2, 3, and down. And this is a really small lift off the ground. I'm not lifting a long way. You pull the kneecap just enough to get a sheet of paper under there and down. It's heavy even there. Legs are heavy. And again, tighten the kneecap, lift, 2, 3, and down. Last one coming up. Staying tall, use your tummy muscle, 2, 3, and down, and bring the leg back. You will feel some work. Okay, we're going to do the other leg. So, foot straight in front on its railway track. Other one just here to help support you. Check your back position. If you need to take a bit of a rest between the two legs just for your back, if it's in any pressure at all, if it feels a bit achy, then do that. And now, here we go. Pull the kneecap. And up, 2, 3, and down again. And again, slide the kneecap to tighten. Press gently on the hands to support your back. 2, 3, and down. And again, and pull the kneecap and lift. 2, 3, and down. And pull the kneecap. Lift. 2, 3, and down. 2 more to go. Make sure you continue to breathe. Lift, 2, 3, and down. It's very important. When people do muscle work and it's hard, they tend to hold their breath, so make sure you're breathing. And lift, 2, 3, and down. Bring the leg in, shake out your legs. Whew. Next exercise. We're going to be standing again here. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to stand this way around with my feet on railway tracks and my hands here. You may recognize this from a couple of the other videos. This is for these muscles, the big hamstrings at the backs of the legs. And the important thing here, let me just show you. You're going to be standing on one leg while the other one, the heel pulls in towards your bum with your knee next to the other knee. All right, then we go to the other leg and the knee stays next to the other knee. So be very careful not to lift like this so that your knee pokes ahead. Have a quick look down if you want to. Pull it back so that it's level with the other one and then stand tall. Stay close to your chair, but don't lean over it, and keep this tummy muscle working so that your lower back doesn't arch. Okay, here we go. Ready, feet on railway tracks, and pulling the leg behind and lift, 2, 3, and down. Other leg, lift, 2, 3, and down. Remember, the knee stays with the other knee, 2, 3, and down. And you'll feel it in those big hamstring muscles. Some people find that this makes them cramp up immediately. Don't worry, just bring the leg down, shake it out, and then give it another go. The more you do it, the less likely it is to cramp up. But believe me, even I get some cramps doing this sometimes. Lift and squeeze the heel in and down. Lift and squeeze the heel in and down. 2 more sets. If you find it really, really hard, just stick with where you can get to, even if it's just there. Just keep on pulling that heel. If that's as much as you can manage, then start there. And lift and down. Last one. And lift and down. Okay, shake out your legs there. Okay, so for the next one, again, hand at your side if you feel that it's you'd like to have it there for a little bit of balance support. This is one where we're doing some muscle work, definitely, lifting the legs in front so that the hip flexors here are getting some strength. Very useful for when you're stepping up, going up steps, say stepping up into the bus or just going up a flight of steps outside. Lots of strength in the hip flexors, but it's also balancy. And so start with the hand on the chair and then try to reduce your balance support as you get better at the exercise. Tummy muscle in, lifting the knees in front. Each knee comes up to the height of your hip. And lift, and lift, and lift. Try not to go too much side to side. Try to keep as still as you can on your spot, using the tummy muscle to help you. So you can see that I'm taking my hand away every now and then just to try to balance it. But if you don't feel steady enough for that, keep your hand there until you feel ready to try it. Good. Okay, and now we're going to try it, and it's going to be a little bit harder, and we're going to go. I'll keep my hand here for the start. And lift, 2, 3, and down, and lift, 2, 3, and down. So each time I'm holding for 3, 2, 3, and down. Now try that in balance. 2, 3, and down. Up, 2, 3, and down. Lift, 2, 3, and down. And lift, 2, 3, and down. And lift, 2, 3, and down. 2 more. 2, 3, and down. Last one. 2, 3, and down. And shake out there. So again, don't worry if you can't do it in balance to start off with. Use the chair. Aim to reduce. It's hard because basically we're standing just on one leg each time while the other one's doing a lot of work lifting and legs are heavy. Right, next exercise. So for this one, you're going to have your chair in front. I'm keeping it here just so you can see what's going on for this one to start off with. We're now going to do work for these side hip muscles. Feet on railway tracks. I'm going to take my weight over onto the standing leg. The other leg, and you need to look at this to see that you're doing the right thing, you're going to slide it out so that the toe here is level with the toe you left behind, all right? So it mustn't go out there in front or out there behind. It stays level. Then we're going to pull the heel out. So the heel sits, making the side of the foot nice and straight. No bending in the knee. This is a straight leg. All of my weight stays on my standing leg. If you're using your chair, just have it in front of you here. Try not to go like this. You want to stay as upright as possible, all the time standing on this leg. Once you've started the exercise, don't go over here at all because we don't want any weight on this leg. This leg is going to do the movement. And press away, 2, 3, touch down, and press, 2, 3, touch down. So it's a little movement away, and that toe, which is slightly pointing downwards, just touches back. But I'm not putting any weight on the leg at all. So it's free to press away and down. It just lifts away and down, and just lifts away and down. 2 more and down. Last 1, 2, 3, and down, and bring it back. And that is work. And you'll feel it on this leg as well. It's one of those many exercises that we do in Strength and Balance where you get 2 for the price of 1, because this one's doing work here, but this one's also doing quite a lot of work on the standing leg to keep you steady. Other side. So now the rolls of the leg will switch over. So this one's going to be doing the standing. Remember, slide the foot away as far as it'll go. Can you see I'm just on the toe tap there, toe touch, all right? And the foot is slightly angled downwards so that I can get as far away as possible for my starting position. I'm going to pull the heel out to make the side of the foot straight. I'm going to check my weight is on my standing leg. Tummy muscle in, light support on the chair, which will be there. There if you want it, all right? And here we go. Press, 2, 3, and down, and press, 2, 3, and down. And make sure that every time this leg lifts, you don't go over here. So you stay tall, 2, 3, and down, and press, 2, 3, and down. Press, 2, 3, and down. Last one. Out to the side and back, and bring it in and shake out your legs there. Okay, nearly there. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, for the last one, this is a pure standing balance exercise. You have options. Firstly, if you know that you have pretty poor balance, you're going to be starting by just standing with your feet together, all right? If the positions that I now outline feel too precarious for you, start here. But the one that I'm going to start with is you're sliding one foot halfway in front. They're still touching these feet and the toes pointing ahead, but one is halfway in front. Then you're going to set up your balance stand. So use your muscles to help you. Pull up through your kneecaps to make these nice and tight. Squeeze your bottom. Suck up inside and bring this abdominal muscle gently in to support your lower back. Arms loose by your sides. Shoulders open. Chin level. If you drop your chin down, you're going to undermine your balance. And we stay here, nice and steady. You may find that you're not very steady, that you can feel that your ankles are furiously moving around. Tiny, tiny little wobbles all over the place. It's your brain talking to your body, talking to the nerves, to the balance organs in your ankles and knees and hips. The brain has to do a lot of work. The body has to do a lot of work to coordinate together in balance. That's why practicing balance a lot, I mean several times a day, really pays dividends for you, because you will feel the improvement a lot more quickly and you'll start to get a lot steadier in standing and moving. Right, I think we've done enough of that one. Shake out. So We're going to do the same thing with the other foot in front, but I'm going to make it a bit harder for myself this time because instead of the halfway position, I'm going to put my foot all the way in front. So now I've got a tightrope, one foot in front of the other, and I'm going to find my middle of my tightrope because I want to make sure that both of my feet are helping to support me. When I'm steady, pulling up through the kneecaps, squeezing my bottom, lifting inside, and my abdominal muscles working. Chin is checked, level. And this is harder work now. Shoulders nice and open. And breathing, always breathing. Make sure your head stays steady, so looking straight ahead. And remember, if this feels like it's too hard work, do the halfway, one foot halfway in front, and get really good at that one, and then move on to your tightrope position. And I can feel my ankles working hard here. You might even be able to see them if you're looking very carefully. Okay. And you're aiming to do 30 to 60 seconds of a nice steady balance stand like that before you move on to the more difficult ones. Right, for now, we're done. We're just going to finish with a big stretch and breathe. So, feet nice and wide. Here we go. And arms up and over. So breathing in and if you have dodgy shoulders, just keep them low. Up, last one. Shake out your shoulders, shake out your body. And give yourself a big pat on the back because that is a full-on strength and balance workout that you just completed. Well done. Couple of words. Especially if you're not used to doing any strength work or much strength work, expect that either tomorrow or even the next day, you're going to wake up and find that some of your muscles are really quite achy. This can be a bit disconcerting. Sometimes those muscle aches are quite powerful, they're quite strong, and sometimes they can last as long as a week. But normally you'll get an ache, and over the course of about 48 hours, it'll just gradually fade away, all right? So if you find that you've got the ache there, but it's just going down a bit each successive day, then don't get anxious about it. It's normal, it's a sign that you're working the muscles in a way they're not used to. And the more times you come back and repeat the exercises, the less the muscles will react, all right? So it should only happen a couple or 3 times maybe, all right? There are loads of other videos. The one that you should be aware of in particular is another strength and balance video, which is about walking muscle strength. So an ideal thing would be, if you're going to get really diligent about your exercise, do this one, say, on Mondays, then leave a day just for a bit of recovery, Wednesday and Friday. But in between doing this, you can work the slightly different muscles in the walking muscles workout. So maybe do that one Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then you've got something to do every day. Yay! Sunday off. So that's just one way of doing it. It is safe to do these every day, but I suggest you do leave yourself a day's rest between, because 3 times a week actually is enough for doing your strength training. When it comes to balance, you can boil a kettle and stand there and do your balance stand while you're waiting for it to boil, and that you can do as much as you like, as often as you like, because it's a really, really good thing to practice, all right? You can never do too much balance training. There are, as I said, loads of videos now up on the site that will be worth your while trying out. We also have a Facebook site, so if you're on Facebook, @ifginger, and there's information and advice and bits and pieces of things that I put up on there. You can subscribe on the YouTube channel, so that means that it's just easier to find, and also will alert you when there's new things going up. And please let me know how it goes, you know, whether you're liking the workouts. If you do like the workouts, if you find that they're useful and they're doing you good, you know, writing a comment underneath the video in the YouTube channel would be brilliant, because then it sort of acts as an encouragement for other people to give it a try as well. Okay, thank you so much and congratulations for getting through it. Try the others and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.